Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is having a nice day. This is the weekly preview of June 13th, 2022. Here we have the weekly chart for the euro dollar. As you can see, we traded to equilibrium from this high and this low. We had this big down move indicating that we want to take out this low around the 103.40 level. And as you can see, we have the euro dollar here, the weekly chart. And we have recently traded back into equilibrium, this orange dotted line, from this high and this low using that range. And you can see we hit equilibrium and then we started trading lower. And it looks like it wants to take out this low around the 103.40 level. So that's what I'll be targeting for this week for the euro dollar. All right, and dropping into the daily chart, you see that we traded into this daily order block just before June started. We consolidated a little bit, and then you can see we traded down last week, Thursday and Friday, and that is due to the high impact news drivers that we had for Euro last week. Also, as you can see, the orange dotted line from that weekly chart trading into equilibrium. Thursday, trading above that high into equilibrium one more time, taking out all the traders that had their stop loss here. And Thursday and Friday went down very fast. Like I said, I'm favoring that 103.40 level from that weekly chart. But if I am wrong, we could see a short-term bounce or reversal around the 104.50 level to 104.20 level. But that would be if our opinion is wrong. Looking at the hourly chart, you can see on Friday we traded lower, creating a range, and the 50% line is noted for y'all right there. I really want to see it just remain heavy. I don't even want to see it come back up to that equilibrium line, but it can. It would be nice to just see it remain heavy and trade through that 103.40 level. All right, moving on to the E-mini S&P 500 weekly chart. As we can see, we recently traded into a breaker, and price respected that with a very sizable down week last week. It looks like we want to take out that May low around the 3,800 level, and we have many lows that we can take out. And it looks like if it's extremely bearish, that we might trade all the way down into this key area, which I have marked around the 3,500 level to 3,450. So right now I'm aiming for that May low, but if we get extremely bearish, we could trade all the way down to this key area. Moving on to the daily chart, you see I have that weekly breaker still here, and then I have the daily order block. So we traded into that daily order block, consolidated a little bit, and then once the high impact news came out last Thursday, we gave up the ghost and traded lower. Similar to what I said about Euro, I want to see this remain heavy and just take out that May low. It could have a mini retracement. This is a FOMC week coming up, so we could see a retracement Monday and Tuesday, and then FOMC can take us through the May low. But right now I'm favoring that it just remains heavy and just goes directly for that low, not giving anyone a chance to get in. And then if you look at the hourly chart, you see this consolidation that we had within the breaker. And then we trade back up into a bearish order block during the high impact news, and we give up the ghost and we trade lower aggressively. And right now you can see I have the 50% line noted for the hourly range. And once again, similar to Euro, I would prefer if it doesn't even trade back up into that range. I would really like to see it gap lower and then trade to that May low. And moving on to Bitcoin, everyone's favorite. So in April, we traded into this weekly bearish order block, and you see we've had down close weeks every week except for 2 weeks ago. This asset class looks very bearish. The first key level that I'll be targeting is that May low, and then if we get extremely bearish this week, we can target that key area around the 22 to 20,000 area. And then moving on to the daily chart, I want to see this remain low, staying underneath this breaker. It would be nice if it doesn't even need to trade back to the breaker, but it can trade back up into the breaker. We also have a fair value gap in this area, so it could trade into there and go lower, but it'll be favorable if we just remain low, stay heavy through this 27K level that I have marked for everyone, and take out that May low and possibly reach lower 22 to 20,000 area. And that is it for this week's preview. Hope you guys enjoyed something, and remember to like and subscribe for further content.